Hello people, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to see pulse width modulation. Now this is a serious topic. You need to understand, you need to put your focus in this video to understand the topic. So the full form of PWM is pulse width modulation. Objective of PWM is to control the output voltage in terms of magnitude and in terms of frequency of the inverter. Mostly you see the PWM used with the inverter. So to control the output voltage in terms of magnitude and in terms of frequency, you will use a PWM method. Now there are several types of PWM method, but in this video we are going to discuss the mostly used PWM method, that is sinusoidal pulse width modulation. So what is sinusoidal pulse width modulation? In the sinusoidal pulse width modulation, we are comparing two signals. One signal is your sinusoidal and second is a triangular wave. Now sinusoidal signal is known as your reference signal because you want the output of inverter just like sinusoidal, hence it is known as the reference signal. And the second signal, that is your triangular wave, that is known as the carrier signal. Now what you do in the sinusoidal pulse width modulation, you are comparing the sinusoidal wave with the triangular wave. And whenever your sinusoidal wave is greater than the carrier wave, you are getting the pulse at the output. This pulse you will be providing to the IGBT or MOSFET of the particular inverter, and based on that you are getting the output voltage. Now the idea of sinusoidal pulse width modulation is to produce the pulses in such a way that it resembles as the sinusoidal. So if you observe a sinusoidal wave, in the starting of the sinusoidal, the magnitude of the sinusoidal is less, but over the time it gradually increases and then it is decreases. So in pulse width modulation, the pulses that you are producing in the starting period of the pulses, the width of the pulses are less, and over the time the widths of the pulses are getting increased, and that is how you are resembling the sinusoidal wave in the SPWM method. So when you provide this pulse width to the filter, it produces a sinusoidal. Now how you control the magnitude and the frequency of the output voltages? So the magnitude basically depends on a ratio that is known as the modulation index. Modulation index is equal to the magnitude of your reference signal divided by the magnitude of the carrier signal, that is AR upon AC. Now this modulation index cannot be greater than 1. That means your reference signal cannot be greater than your carrier signal. Okay, so the modulation index decides the magnitude of the output voltage, and the frequency of the carrier signal decides the harmonic content present in the output voltage. So the higher the frequency of the carrier wave, higher the pulse is generated at the output voltage and lesser amount of the harmonic content. Frequency of the output voltage depends on the frequency of the reference signal. So if you want to produce the sinusoidal waveform with the frequency of 50 Hz, you will keep the frequency of the reference wave, that means your sinusoidal, equal to 50 Hz. So these are the fundamentals of the sinusoidal PWM. Again, the objective of the PWM method is to control the frequency and the magnitude of the output voltage of any inverter, whether it is single phase, whether it is three phase. Now the question arises that why you want to control the output voltage of inverter. So understand one thing. Inverter is a very useful device. It is used in the motors, it is used in the photovoltaic system, it is used in the wind applications. So whenever you are connecting an inverter, it produces the AC waveform. Now suppose if you are connecting the inverter with AC motor, to control the speed of AC motor, you want to control the voltage and frequency ratio of the input of any motor. Now how will you control? Because the supply that you are getting at your home, it is constant. You want variable voltage and you want variable frequency. With the help of inverter, you will basically control the voltage and frequency. That means you will providing the voltage and frequency in such a way that the speed of the motor is getting controlled. So that is one of the application of the controlling voltage and frequency of the inverter, and this is a very important topic in terms of your vivas, in terms of your practical knowledge, in terms of your examination. Let me know if you still have any doubts. Please put those doubts in the comment section. I would be very much happy to answer them all, and thank you guys for watching the video. Keep supporting the channel for the upcoming videos.